Hello, and welcome to the 5th episode of the Capoeira News Show. I'm Luis Rivera.
And I'm Crystal Payette. We're really excited today to give you our take on Only the Strong.
Both good and bad about the greatest capoeira film out there.
We also have plenty of events to talk about.
And I had the chance to catch up with Professor Betinho from Capoeira Topazio.
Today on the Capoeira News Show. Don't forget, Capoeira Mundial in Tuluá, Colombia is having their first exciting annual bachizado. This is the first bachizado for the state of Valle de Cauca, and it starts on August 1st and ends on the 5th. For more information on this event, you can contact them at aboleçao@hotmail.com. Luis?
Keep in mind that Capoeira Art Brazil is having their bachizado weekend and festival in Stroke on the Trent in the United Kingdom. The bachizado will be held on August 1st, culminating in Estou Contente Festival on the 2nd. To learn more about this bachizado, you can check out their site at capoeira-art-brazil.co.uk.
Mr. Harrelson and Capoeira Sol da Bahia is having their bachizado in Linz, Peru on August 15th. For more information about the bachizado, you can contact the group at s_capoeira08@hotmail.com. Now over to Luis with an interview with Professor Betinho of Capoeira Topazio.
Hello, my name is Luis Rivera and we're here with Professor Betinho from Capoeira Topazio. How long have you been doing capoeira?
I have been doing capoeira for 23 years, and I started when I was about 10 years old.
What does it mean to be a professor?
To be a professor, it means a lot, you know. You gotta know everything about capoeira, you know. You gotta know how to, to be a good teacher, you know what I mean. You gotta know the capoeira history. You gotta know, that capoeira history. You gotta train a lot to be a good professor. You gotta respect all the people. You gotta respect our students, to become a good professor. So everybody gonna respect you more.
So can you tell us about Topazio's reputation?
Topazio is a strong group. Everybody knows that. I know a lot of people hate Topazio. A lot of people love Topazio, but because Topazio is a little bit different to the other group, because we are introduced jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, everything. So we are prepared for any situation. If somebody take me down, I know how to fight in the ground, because I train jiu-jitsu, I train Muay Thai. So I think that Capoeira Topazio is a little bit different, and some people hate, some people love, but it is what it is. So Topazio, for me, strong group.
That's great. Are you concerned with capoeira becoming commercialized and losing its traditions like martial arts, like kung fu, taekwondo, or karate?
I concern a little bit because, you gotta grow, you gotta keep it grow, but you cannot forget to keep it the traditional, You gotta grow, we cannot stop and grow,
Well, that's all the questions I have for you today. I'm Luis Rivera, and this is Professor Betinho in Capoeira Grupo Topazio.
All right, thank you for having me. Ashe.
Thank you, Professor Betinho, for that wonderful interview. Last week we mentioned Amazonas Capoeira and their Angola workshop with Mestre Pernalonga in London, England. The workshop starts on August 2nd, and for more information on it, you can email the group at amazonasbrisa@hotmail.com.
Remember that Gotland Capoeira is having their first international capoeira workshop in Visby, Sweden on August 7th. For more information about this workshop, you can contact Gotland Capoeira through their email address at stockholm@capoeirasweden.com.
Capoeira Senzala is having their 13th international encounter in Teresópolis, Brazil from Thursday, August 6th through Sunday, August 9th. For more information on the encounter, you can email them at the address below.
Capoeira is featured in both good ways and bad ways, sometimes even in the same film.
Today, on a special edition of Our Take, we are talking about Only the Strong.
Only the Strong was the movie that I saw that made me want to do capoeira. I saw everything about it. I saw the entire movie. It was a bit cheesy, but I saw it and I was just like, I have to do this. I need to get into this sport.
Definitely. I think a lot of capoeiristas out there would have the same opinion. It's the movie that got him into it. The movie, had some good points and some bad points. The main bad point is that it was really cheesy. I mean, there's not cheese all over the place. Another thing that I kind of disliked about the movie a lot was in the beginning, when one of the kids finally gets into it, he's training for 14 hours on end. He's throwing these like perfect queixadas and not getting tired at all. And he's like, sweating, but yeah, that's not going to happen.
I know after 14 hours, I would not be throwing a queixada.
And then fight the next day.
A queixada would be throwing me. A thing about this movie was that it was the Karate Kid of capoeira. It was after everyone saw this, everyone wanted to do capoeira. At least most of the population that saw this,
Yes.
So it was very interesting to see how people could relate to this. If you don't like the movie, the jungle music, the capoeira music, if you didn't really like it, they put a hip hop beat to it, so you can be like, oh, cool, awesome. We can, there's a lot of variety in capoeira.
Absolutely. Another thing I liked about the movie was how, it showed these kids who were messed up, and capoeira kind of gave them a sense of purpose and really built their self-esteem up. And I think that's something that a lot of people can take from capoeira in general still today.
Yeah.
I mean, I think...
Film aspect of the movie, the entire movie, like we said before, is completely cheesy. There's lines in there that you're just like, what? Like, the bad guy of the movie, Silverio, has the bad... English in the world.
Yeah, definitely.
Check out the movie if you can.
And that's our take on Only the Strong. Legião Brasileira de Capoeira is going to be at the Ziget Festival in Budapest, Hungary from August 12th through the 15th. At the festival, they will be hosting a series of workshops and performances that even include dancers from Brazil in full carnival costumes. For more information about this event, you can email laita@hotmail.com.
Also keep in mind, Grupo Caso do Tambor is performing August 5th in the Horniman Museum's Gallery Square in the United Kingdom. The group is also welcoming participants for an informal workshop after their final performance. For more information, you can visit the museum's site at www.horniman.ac.uk.
Capoeira Mundial is beginning next week. It's hosted by Capoeira Maculule, and the retreat promises to be heads above the rest.
One of the events that seems to be very promising is the tour of Miami. Mm-hmm. For those who haven't been in the States before, that come from all over the world, it's just a great place. It's a great event to get everyone familiar with the place that they're going to be at. So what else do you have for us?
Well, one of the things they're going to do there is they're going to have a berimbau making workshop, which will be really neat to see how it's actually made. And they have some, everybody who goes has something cool to take home.
Yes, very cool. Another thing that they're going to have is the Capoeira Street Roda, which we talked about in our last episode. How we interviewed Professor Gaivota and we interviewed Professor Betinho about how the street capoeira still exists, street rodas. Mm-hmm. So this is a nice thing that they're bringing capoeira to the street, a roda in Miami. It's very cool, and love to see how that turns out.
Definitely. They're also going to be bringing capoeira to the beach, which capoeira and the beach go hand in hand. So they're going to have a whole morning of playing capoeira on the beach. That should be really interesting.
I heard, the main event of this whole week is the competition. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, if you go online to their website, what you'll find is there's a list of people that are going to be there. There's also going to be a list of how they're going to score and how the games are played. So definitely check it out and take a look. It'll be interesting to see how it turns out. Normally capoeira in tournaments you don't hear a lot about. So
I heard there's going to be over 10 mestres there.
Yes.
And over 9 contramestres and more professors and instructors. It's going to be a heck of a competition. So if you can be there, go check it out. And thank you to our viewers who have messaged us about Capoeira Mundial. We'd love to hear more comments or suggestions you would like to share with us. Please write to us at capoeiranewsshow@gmail.com.
Thank you for joining us today.
Take care, and we'll see you again next week.